What a beast. It looked crazy. And it comes with a seat. This is the KS20 right here. Do you guys agree? Is this a stretch? Someone earlier told me when I made the comparison of the Commander and Cell, it's a stretch. Do you guys think this is a stretch? This is the Commander. I mean, the KS20. What do you guys think? It has the wow factor. Exactly. This is, because look at it. Okay, let's put it right next to it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at it. Yeah. If this robot had to ride an electric unicycle, it would ride the KS20. Don't you guys agree? The KS20 is going to be an incredible wheel, the Black Cobra says. Correct. I mean, for all intensive purposes, just by the video that they made, which we're going to watch, I mean, look at this. This wheel, this is exactly the wheel this Gundam wing would ride. Of course, we know Gundam wings don't ride wheels, they fly. But this is the wheel it would have. Come on, look at all these accents. Anyway, let's get to the video. All right, let's watch this eagle fly, guys. Let's watch this eagle fly. All right, guys, pay attention. It's time for the final wheel of the night. This is the final wheel of the night, the KS20. This is the wheel of all wheels. I say this because Kingsong is not known for performance per se. They did have performance wheels, but they were always catching up to Gotway. They were always catching up to other wheels. This is a crazy looking wheel, man. Holy smokes. And the specs on top of that, holy moly. And we know that Kingsong has performance in mind. They have safety in mind. For example, we know that Kingsong and InMotion both have tilt backs, but it's always been relegated to 30 miles per hour, top speed. With the InMotion V12, what did we see? We saw that a wheel that didn't really do 40 miles an hour, but it still had that tilt back feature, which Gotway just does not seem to implement. I hope it implements it in one of those wheels, the Commander, the Hero, hopefully. But we know that Kingsong is not going to compromise on safety. We know that. That's ingrained in Kingsong's philosophy, right? So a wheel that has this type of specs with this type of look, holy smokes, we can blow. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch this awesome video from the last wheel of the night. Let me know what you guys think. Boom. Wow. Now, if you weren't interested in the graphics, the music definitely got you. Let's play it one more time because I like to reminisce. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Wow. Very nice. Short video, but very nice. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Holy smokes. I've never seen so many moving parts on a wheel. That's intense. Wow, wow, wow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I've never seen so many moving parts on the wheel. Holy moly. S20 likely. The comment is still on the screen. What comment? Oh, you know what? I don't even pay attention. How do it? Hold on. Oh, hide current comment. Okay. I think I hid that by mistake. Oh, you know what? I haven't been doing that. I haven't been highlighting people's comments. Thanks for that, Black Cobra. I haven't been doing that. Anyway, it'll take me time to figure that stuff out. Okay, so this person says, baby boy, the features are awesome. Yes, they are. Basement Productions, the suspension looks way upgraded, like insane. Like what in the world, man? Insane. Let me just put it up there while I talk about it. Hold on. Gotta go, bro. Later, man. Later, Black Cobra. Can't wait to see it in real life. For real. Like in real life is wow. Like, you know, conceptually, it looks amazing. It's like, you know, like I said, crazy, like Lamborghini just released this crazy Countach. And we all know what a Countach looks like. But the cool thing about the Countach at the time was how, you know, they said it was a caricature of itself. It has all these parts that are not practical at all. But it gave you that visual that, you know, everyone with crazy money, or at least a vision of what a supercar should be, you know, anyway, it demonstrated all these things. And then to see it in real life, you're just like, holy smokes, you know? So this is this type of wheel that you look at it and you're like, this is a concept. This is not real. There's no way they're releasing this. And then they release it and you're like, holy moly. So, let me see some of the other comments. Basement, I think I want one. Although Kara, the suspension system alone makes to machine. I was impressed. Okay, Kevin, I was more impressed with Begoda's presentation over delivering versus stringing us along. Good point. Well, I mean, I don't think they're stringing us along, are they? Do you think they're stringing us along? I hope it has everything it states here, because the moving lights and all that, like I said, this wheel looks great, but my only issue with this wheel is if it crashes and everything just goes everywhere. And you got to put it back together like a puzzle. That's the only concern I have. Is that going to happen? I want to buy one soon. The S20 will have good torque. Yes. The motor is, where's the motor? 3,300 watts compared to the, what was it, 2,200 watt with the S18. Holy smokes, man. Look at that. Max speed, 70 kilometers per hour. Quickly. What's 70 kilometers per hour? Anybody knows what, quickly. It's 43. Okay, thank you, baby boy. 43 miles per hour, you know? Now, what's cool about that is the tilt back. I can ride, so on my MSP torque, I can ride at that speed, but here's the thing. I am not going to get a tilt back. I need to use EUC World app in order to help me, you know, understand how fast I'm going and govern that speed that way. But this one, because I know Kingsong has had that technology from beginning, you know, like I said, Gotway has had it too, but the problem with Gotway is they allow you to turn it off. And the worst part is they don't have it above 30 miles an hour. So you can ride at 40 miles an hour and I can't tilt back. Now, I have been out of the way for a while. I'm not sure if it's been implemented recently, but I'm not able to get tilt back at 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour in a Gotway. So if you can get tilt back, I hope this is not like in motion where they say 40 miles an hour and it ends up being 35. That's going to be a bummer. But 126 volts, 10 amp. UC Vibe said he's you pre-ordered the Abrams? Wow. Well, wow. It's awesome. The Abrams is good, man. The Abrams is good. 43 miles per hour is good though for Kingsong. Jack from Kingsong said this is from Basement Productions. Jack from Kingsong said they made it bare bones on purpose so it won't break apart like the S18. But wait, what? I mean, I could understand what you're saying, but the S18 was bare bones. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you look at this part right here, what's supporting this? Unless this piece right here, this metal piece acts like a groove so that it can go up and down in the groove. Like it's just not on its own going up and down. Like, I don't understand what they mean, because bare bones with no support internally is going to literally ensure that it's going to fly apart. You know, like we just saw with the Hero. The Hero is completely secure on the inside. You know what I mean? It has supports on the inside. So I know for a fact, despite how ugly that thing is, it's gonna hold. It's gonna hold in a bad crash. But this, I don't see any type of support whatsoever. Now, this part right here is metal. I believe it looks like metal, at least in the rendering. See, like right here, metal, metal, metal. The spike pedals are nice. This part right here could be metal. I don't know. How much does this thing weigh? What's the weight? Everything is in kilos. Where's the weight? Where's the weight? Where's the weight? Where is the weight? Oh, you know what's cool? It has a smart BMS. So that's cool. Jack also, okay, this is from Bishman again. Jack also said it will probably do 50 miles per hour. You know, if we go to Ewheels, I think I also saw that. So Ewheels says it's 44.5 miles per hour top speed. And if we go to UCO, 43. Okay, so they're going based off the specs that King Song gave. But we know that Ewheels is usually very accurate with their stuff. So now let's look at some close-ups here. Now, BMS. So I was looking up like what BMS is. I mean, not BMS, smart BMS. I know what BMS is. But I was looking up what smart BMS is. And all it is an intelligent way to manage your battery. What is a smart BMS? Okay, smart BMS, okay, SBS, is a specification for managing a smart battery. So the battery apparently has to be smart in itself. So it can't just be a battery. It has to be a smart battery as well. Usually for a portable computer, it allows operating system to perform power management operations via a smart battery charger based on remaining estimated runtimes by determining accurate state of charge readings. Okay, so with a smart BMS, you won't have to worry about if a certain pack goes bad or a certain cell goes bad. So I think the Sherman had a smart BMS, right? Because I think someone received an error once on a Sherman when they couldn't charge their battery because one of the packs was bad. How would it know that? Unless it has smart BMS, or unless that pack was just terrible. But so we have a 220 watt hour battery, smart BMS, which is good because, you know, it'll come in handy like for charging mostly, but it'll also come in handy when you're riding in cold temperature. And when you're riding, and then they always say when you're riding, don't go charge your battery right away. For example, if you're going on group rides, I was always told in the group rides, hey, don't just charge your battery right away. But that just flies out your head when you really need charging. You just go for the quickest way to charge, and you're like, I need to charge that thing in, boom. But smart BMS will help you manage your battery a lot better so you don't kill it over time. 20-inch inflatable tire, kickstand, that's sick. Like so far, what wheels have kickstands? So far we have, so Sherman didn't have a kickstand, but you could make a kickstand out of the Sherman. So far the Hero has a kickstand and the KS20 has a kickstand. Props. Fully integrated. That's awesome. They're both fully integrated. Spike pedals. And this one has spike pedals as well, the Hero. The Commander, I don't understand why the pedal is so flat. That's so strange. Bright LEDs, tiltable headlights, which is pretty cool. It looks like you'll have to manually do that. Customizable power pads. I would love to see how that works. A customizable power pad. Wow. And yeah, overall, oh, there it is. This is still a rendering, but it looks pretty good. More renderings, guys. More renderings. I don't understand that statement. That statement, you said, who said that? I think it was Basement, where he said they said that they made it bare bones so that it doesn't fall apart. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But I'm not a structural engineer, so. But if you look right here, it looks like there may be some support on the other side. Like, you see, if you look closely, you can see that there's some internal support right here. It looks like there's something going on in here where it looks structurally sound. So maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, because similar wheels have done worse, like the InMotion V11. I'm sorry, the InMotion V11. When that thing crashed, remember when Sean tested it? Splatted all over the place. So let's go to Ewheels again. So again, we have a tentative price of $3,200, which is not bad. Expected first arrival in late December. 3,300 watt motor, 44 miles per hour top speed, which is more than enough for such a crazy wheel. 2,200 watt hour battery, 126 battery pack with smart BMS. 20-inch tire available in either street or knobby. I think most people will be going with knobby. It's for off-roading. Estimated weight 66 pounds. 66 pounds. That's a plus. 66 pounds, guys. All of that for 66 pounds. Maybe that's why they made it bare bones, to make it light. 66 pounds. 66 pounds, dude. That's amazing. Compared to all these other wheels, this is the lightest wheel so far of the bunch. Other headlights, spike pedals. I'm sorry. Other highlights, spike pedals, integrated adjustable power pads, up to 10 amp rapid charging, 6 amp included, built-in kickstand. Plus, all pluses. All pluses, man. All pluses. Like I said, the only problem I can see with this and the Hero is riding dynamics. So for example, the height, it's pretty tall. So the only issue I could see is that being so tall, riding very fast might be an issue in terms of wobbles, because most wheels that we rode, okay, so for example, the KS20, the 16X, some people were like, oh, it's a very balanced wheel, but actually not really. When you rode that wheel very fast, I've experienced wobbles because it's tall. You see what I'm saying? This thing is tall, but it seems balanced. Where's the board? The board seems to be at the top. Anyway. That's just me nitpicking, but not really, because wobbles is a thing, man. Wobbles is a thing. I was trying to make a video, but riding any wheel at 40 miles per hour plus is a thing, okay? And if this wheel is going to be as amazing as it looks, as tall as it looks, and one thing I forgot to do before I came on this live was measure each wheel in comparison to each other. I just didn't have time, but maybe next time I'll do it. But the tallness matters. The tallness matters. If you watch the Sherman, learn from the Sherman. So one thing we all learn from the Sherman is that it's extremely balanced. Okay, it's short, it's not too long, and it's not too wide. And a balanced wheel, wobbles are the scary. Exactly, wobbles. That's from EUC Vibes. Wobbles are the scariest thing ever. Like, you don't want to experience it. When you experience it at a low speed, it's cool. You expect it, you know what to expect if you ever experience it at a higher rate of speed, but it's just not something you want to think about. And I've never experienced it on the Sherman. I have experienced it, as you've seen, on the high speed MSP. That was mainly because I had a higher tire pressure than I was used to. But other than that, I've never really experienced wobbles. I have experienced it on taller wheels. So for example, on the KS18, on the, not the 18, what am I saying? On the, I forgot, this is another wheel a long time ago that they made. I forgot what it was, King Song. But it's, I've experienced it on the 16X. I've experienced it on my high-speed MSP, but that's because of the tire pressure. Otherwise, I've never experienced it. And I've never experienced it, not once, on the Sherman, no matter how hard I rode that wheel, because it was so amazingly balanced. So, and when I say balanced, I don't just mean like in the natural sense of the design. I meant in the placement of where things are. So the battery, the board, the height of the wheel, the tire that they chose, the tire of the Sherman, not the road version, the knobby version is very flat. So that adds more, it's more planted, more surface area. Okay, so there's more contact to the surface with the Sherman knobby tire, whereas these wheels, they're all round. They're all round and they're tall. So that's the only thing I can think of why this might have some issues with its riding dynamics. But we'll see. We'll see. It's just the rendering. We will see. But again, another reason it looks tall is because the suspension. So by the time you get on it, it's going to be seated nicely. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this wheel? Out of all the wheels we've reviewed tonight on paper, because no, I haven't touched this. No one I know have touched it. Out of all the wheels we've seen tonight, which wheel? They're all good though. But which wheel, which company has implemented the best wheel in terms of looks, in terms of price, in terms of features, in terms of the gripes that we've been complaining about? Which company has the best all-around wheel? Which wheel is the best all-around wheel out of all the wheels we've reviewed tonight, minus the Sherman? Because I know some of you are still going to mention the Sherman. Bigode, okay, which Bigode? Mention which wheel. I want to see which wheel, not the company, the actual wheel. Which wheel is the best wheel out of all the wheels we've reviewed tonight? Which wheel? Answers, answers, answers. I say, for me, I'm going to say the Abrams. I like the Commander, but I'm going to say the Abrams. Man, that Abrams looks good. Oh, it's practical too. Okay, S20, Commander, S20 overall. After seeing the weight, okay, so let me read this from Con. After seeing the weight, it has to be the S20. I hate the flashy design though. I agree too. Just doesn't look solid to me. Would get it if it came all in black. 100% agree. Oh man. Okay, so which wheel, guys? Which wheel? Which wheel? Which wheel is the best that we've reviewed tonight? S20 Eagle by a mile. Okay, Bigode, S20 Commander, S20 overall. I would love to have an Abrams and an S20. Nice, nice. I know, I agree. They both serve completely different purposes, and they're both actually no, that's not true. The Abrams is actually meant for off-roading, but you could use it on road. The S20 it just looks like it's an all-around great wheel. Off-roading, on-roading, whatever. Suspension, man, you need that off-roading for real, for real. S20, then Hero. Okay, I'm still leaning to Bigode Hero. Okay, so for those of you choosing the Hero, why do you like the Hero so much? Oh, I forgot to mention. Wow, how did I forget that? I'm sorry, King Zong, I forgot that. So apparently I saw this in the video. King Song has a screen. It's a tiny one, but it's there. It's a tiny one, but it's there. Here it is. There's a screen, so you can tell how fast you're going. That is worth mentioning. So they did not forget that. I don't think King Song has a screen on any other wheel. This is awesome. It's a no holds bar, simple wheel. Speedometer. It's a speedometer. That's it. That's awesome. Price, spec, and LCD. S20 Abrams. Wow. We really need to see how these wheels hold up over the next few months. That will be interesting. I know right now we're just all speculating, but agreed. I'd like to see. I mean, you know, theoretical is great, but practical is the best. So far, the Abrams and the Hero are great. So far the Hero looks great. That's the only wheel I've seen so far that has been tested, or not tested, but ridden. So far, I think you guys like all these wheels, to be honest. You guys like all of them. It seems like you, but I mean, there are a lot of, let me see. A lot of people like the Abrams and the S20, but the fact that you all that at least one of these was mentioned, then that means these companies are doing a great job, right? Right, guys? We like all of them except for the bigoted ones. How can you not like the Commander, dude? And how can you not like the Hero for, not in terms of looks, in terms of its practicality? Because right now, between the Hero and the KS20, the Hero looks insanely more practically sound than the KS20. The KS20, dude, if that thing crashes, it looks like everything's just gonna go everywhere. Whereas this Hero, as ugly as it is, seems more practical. KS20, Hero, then Abrams for me. In that order. Cool. Yeah, man. Besides all that, do you guys agree that these companies, Begode, Veteran or Leaperkim, and Kingsong, have pretty much answered the call, minus the price in certain cases? They've done a good job for the most part. Right? For the most part. Do you guys agree? Agreed. Yeah, they've met our expectations. In fact, if you don't like one, there's another one you like. If you don't like one, it's like, if you don't like Begode, who cares? Go to Abrams or Leaperkim. If you don't like Leaperkim, go to for the first time, Kingsong has stepped into the high performance field, area or whatever. They've given us a very good option, although it's vaporware because I haven't actually seen it. None of us have seen it that I know of. It's a rendering, but it's a step in a good direction. And Ewheels has it on their site, so we expect to see some tests coming up, I'm sure. InMotion getting left out once again. InMotion getting left out once again. But we'll see, because that last wheel they released was not so great, in my opinion. V12 is awesome. I love it. No, I'm not. V12 is a great wheel. But in comparison to this, no. Servicing the tire is key. Yeah, I wonder how that's a very good question. I wonder how we're going to service these tires. I wonder. It doesn't seem to be difficult, especially for the Abrams. The Abrams seems to be very similar to Sherman, with the exception of that extra bar that you have to worry about. So with the Sherman, you have to worry about taking out the entire rail, the entire guard, whereas this one, you might not have to take it out. I don't know, or it might not be as difficult to take it out, because I remember, Marty using a hammer to hammer that thing out. But we'll see. InMotion wants to rule the 16-inch wheels. Let him. Guys, thank you very much. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a while since I've been in, this space, but I'm slowly getting back into it. Yas will. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully I can have more. And what I would like, because I've seen a lot of other YouTubers and other genres doing this, I see them having lives where you can call in and you can talk and people can give their opinions. And I like that, because what happens is I may have one train of thought, but there might be people out there who have, a way better train of thought than I. It's like, I'm missing the forest, but I'm paying attention to the tree and I don't see everything. So it'd be nice to hear someone else talk. You know what I mean? So guys, it was a pleasure talking to you guys.